If you want to get weight off, if you want to get fat off your body and you want to keep it off, there's a few things that you have to do. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a nutritionist. I've been a gym rat for 50 years and I'm sitting at about 12% body fat, which is pretty low for anyone, especially a 63-year-old. So the first two things is you have to be patient and you have to be disciplined. You have to eat healthy food consistently and you have to get your macros right for you. Now, I say patient because you have to go slow. The idea is to change your lifestyle. Why get the weight off if it's going to come right back? You don't want it to come right back. So you have to make sure you don't lose lean tissue. So what you have to do is you have to lift weights. You have to do resistance training to maintain lean tissue as you're losing body fat. And that's really, really important. Now, the diet is huge, but if you don't lift weights, you're just going to end up skinny fat and you're going to gain all the weight back, especially when you go back to eating a few more calories. Now, 1 pound of muscle is precious. And if you lose a pound of muscle, that's 10, 15 calories a day for 1 pound of muscle. And if you're losing a lot of weight, if you're losing 100 pounds and you lose 40 pounds of muscle, that's 40 times 10, that's 400 calories a day, roughly. I mean, people used to say it was 50 calories per pound of muscle. That's been debunked. It's not that much, but your muscle burns calories. And so you want to maintain it. You want to keep your metabolism fast. Your muscle also helps with insulin resistance. It helps get its glucose burning. Muscle burns glucose. So you want to make sure you keep as much muscle as possible. So you have to go slow, which means you can't have a huge calorie deficit. Maybe you lose, if you got a lot to lose, maybe a pound or two a week. That takes patience. If you have to lose 50 pounds or if you have to lose 100 pounds, losing a pound a week, that's 100 weeks if you got to lose 100 pounds. But the idea is to keep it off. Why lose the weight if you're not going to keep it off? So you have to have a change in your lifestyle. You didn't put all that weight on, it sneaks up on you. You didn't put it all on in a week or a month. So you can't expect to lose it all in a month. And a lot of people have a goal where they want to go to a class reunion or they're getting fit for a wedding. Well, that's not really nice to your spouse if you just get fit for your wedding and then you get fat. I don't recommend that. That's not respectful to your marriage. So get the weight off and keep the weight off. So you have to go slow. Now, there's a lot of great aids out there. I'm not giving this advice or telling you to do this, but there's things that help your body work better, like retatrutide. But you don't need peptides, especially starting. You might want to throw those in later. And if you guys have questions, put them in the comment section. So you have to make your body work better. Get rid of the fat in your liver. Get rid of the visceral fat, the fat around your organs. And when you do that, your body's going to work better. When your body works better, you're even going to be able to eat more. Now, over the last 10, 15 years, probably 15 years, I've been pretty strict with my diet, very strict for what most people would consider a diet. My macros have changed. I've had to eat more carbs as I've gotten leaner. I started off doing keto and carnivore and low carbs. That helped at first. That helped me to get leaner. And I didn't have a lot of weight to lose. I was maybe 16% body fat. Now I'm 12. That's only 4% less. But that's 10 years of modifying my body composition. 10, 15 years just to lose 4% body fat. But guess what? I can easily keep that body fat off by continuing the lifestyle that I've lived for the last 10 to 15 years. So remember two things. Be patient. You've got to be ready to be patient and be disciplined if you're going to do this, if you're going to keep the weight off, if you're going to lose the weight and keep it off. Those two things first. And you know what? Those two things apply for just about everything in life. If you apply patience and discipline to your finances, you're going to be a millionaire. If you're 20 years old and you apply discipline, and if you discipline and those things to your life, if you're talking about your finances, you're probably going to be a multimillionaire by the time you're 55, just by applying discipline and patience. You have to have patience too. Apply those things to anything that you're doing, and you're going to be successful. Things take time, and your health. Some people have messed up their health over a long period of time. It's not just going to get fixed overnight. So you got to be patient. Again, if you guys have questions about anything, I'm started off my career as a personal trainer, so I have some knowledge there. I've owned health clubs and I've always been into this stuff. So I'm not, like I said, a rocket scientist or a doctor or anything like that, but I have an understanding of how my body works. I know what I need to put in my body to maximize its health. And I'm doing my blood work all the time. I really recommend that you get blood work. I get my blood work done at least every 2 months, sometimes every month, if I want to test something and see what I'm doing, see if it's working. So apply those two things and you can do it. And the great thing about that is once you start to get some momentum and you start to get some results, it's easier to stick with it. It gets fun because even if you have to lose 60 pounds and you lose 10, now you've got an investment and it's going to start to get fun. How can I do better? And it really gets fun, but you got to get those wins under your belt first. If you're trying and you're going nowhere, of course you're going to quit. Why wouldn't you? But once you get some wins and you get some momentum going, it's easier to keep going on this weight loss journey. So good luck with it. My passion is for everyone to be healthier as they age.